historic Niagara-on-the-Lake, 1912. The seat for Upper Canada when we had Upper and Lower Canada. And right now is when the grapes come off the vines it's harvest season. And typically harvest season is at the end, around the end of September. Yes, Tim Hortons. I mean, first on the list when coming to Canada. Now, I got a large double. Delicious. Alright, well, until we get to Niagara-on-Lake and we get my famous Uncle Donald. You look at these historic homes. There's a historic graveyard. These, not so much. We're gonna get, and they would have had a horse and a buggy. And I think this next street's my uncle's street. This is a Johnson on it. Turn right. Dun, dun, dun.
Trees.
Wow.
So I'm very proud of that project. I love the view.
What was this building before it was this hotel?
It used to be a very, very sleazy, rundown place that no one would want to enter.
This is just so pretty. Yes.
And they can come here and, yes.
It is. Hi, buddy. The first horse I got on, I was so scared because it started to gallop and I wasn't.
Well, yes.
Well, we that. When
I just want it walking nicely, quietly.
Yeah. I was like, oh no.
There's no rush. I'll get there when I get there.
Well, she was ill.
Where's she?
I have a very special memory of that stone up there. I was coming through the cemetery one day with the dog, walking that way, which I often used to do, and in from here came the wife of the man who had died, and she had 24 roses in her hand, which she was going to put on his grave. She set them down. I went to hug her. The dog carried the bouquet away. So it put a correct perspective. It was sad, but it was no longer sad. Oh dear, so
St. Mark's Cemetery.
well, it was so cute because the dog was having a good time.
Right.
So why shouldn't we? But I think if you just have a tiny peek into the cemetery, it looks especially wonderful right now.
Oh, right now, yes.
See that because St. Mark's, the trees are everywhere, and nothing's in straight rows. Here it's all in straight rows, and there aren't any trees. Ever hear the story of that?
No.
In the First World War, the people of who were Polish Americans wanted somehow to help in the liberation of Poland, and the United States was not in the war. So the British provided the training, the French provided the uniforms, and Canada provided the location. So about 30,000 of them were here training to go to liberate Poland. And it was in 17, the influenza happened, and 28 of them in total died of influenza. They're all buried there, and that piece of land belongs to Poland.
Wow.
Oh,
was given-
how interesting.
About 5 years ago, it was the anniversary of that time, 17, yes, it would have been like 2017 then. The president of Poland came to that
Wow.
because the Polish people consider it incredibly important. And there was a woman who is buried in St. Mark's who was local, and she was a one-woman nursing operation to take care of these Polish men who were dying. So it's good. It's a good story.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
All right.
See, in the beginning, there was only one cemetery. This one.
Okay.
So the earliest grave there is 1790 or 82, and in the early 1830s, the bishop was here visiting St. Mark's, and he looked out the window and he saw a Catholic priest burying somebody in the cemetery. He said, "What the hell are you doing?" And so he said, "Get your own cemetery." So they did.
I like cemeteries.
But you see, it's very different from the other one. And
The trees.
I stand here, that's a tree we planted, that's a tree, that one, that one, that one. And so we planted 100.
Wow.
In this plot of land.
Yes,
But look at how big this one already is.
right around the church. Usually somebody's going to see me.
It's 11:30. There's a hearse there, so
The
you're
hearse
right
is
there.
there. The hearse is there, yes. But you can see why let's just go in. He's not buried here anymore. He's being buried in Toronto. No, I know how to do it.
I'm like up. Oh, look at that. Easy peasy. Beautiful. Attempting to do my best to explain how the War of 1812 happened here. I think,
Happened?
well,
America decided to capture Canada, so they invaded. And this was, because we're so close.
so was the lineage in the border already established at that point or not? Because we had Upper and Lower Canada.
Well, which is just Ontario and Quebec. But
Okay.
What was the reason for the invasion? Were they just trying to expand?
no, I think the reason was that the United States thought that because England was so busy fighting Napoleon,
Oh.
that it would be an easy takeover. They'd just walk in and take it over. But we had different ideas.
Yes.
Oh, look at this gravestone. Yeah, I saw this tree.
See, that Metasequoia we planted, this tree
You planted?
yeah, they
Whoa.
grow very quickly. And as you can see, it grew very quickly.
Huh.
And that chestnut we planted, it's not growing as quickly, obviously.
Right, because of the shade of this one.
Well, partly, and I guess it's just the nature of the tree. But
Now, what are these
Well, I tell you
here?
what, some of these headstones
Are these headstones, Daddy?
No.
Now?
they're corner posts. You see, this is the coat of arms of the Kingsmill family. So in that one, see, it has K on it. So this whole area belonged to that family.
Ah.
So the stone at the end was the Colonel Kingsmill, who had been in the British Army, and he was in St. Helena guarding Napoleon. That was his job. And when Napoleon died, then he obviously was out, and he came here to live, and he was the sheriff of Niagara. And this is all his family. This is the only stone in the cemetery that's all in Latin.
Kingsmill.
Which means?
Well, delightful.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can write it in Latin and people think it's something profound.
It's funny. It's just like.
So we're standing where
Yeah, it goes all the way past the metal over there.
Yeah.
So it borders it. So each one of these caves. So that way
It shows where everybody knows that that's their property. There used to be little fences around everything, but over the years they have been removed, and there remain fragments of them. They're just bits. We're going to restore.
Yeah.
It needs to be raised. Well, that's where they lived.
Okay.
He was a surgeon. So, anyway, well, let's...
I can't believe you did this tree.
Yeah, well, it's happy. It's happy.
It is very happy.
Just... we need to go and take all that ivy off of it. Anyway. It's a pathway through. There's that way and then that way, but then someone got buried in the wrong place. Generally speaking, there was some attempt to organize it.
Look at how the ivy just crawls up.
Yeah. Well, the ivy like was hotly grown. As I said, this was the community cemetery, so everyone was buried here. I think that traditions are very important in that you know what to do. You don't say, well, we do.
Anyway, so we're sitting here waiting for the bridge way up there to go down because we just had a cargo ship go through it's still going through the Welland Canal on its way to Lake Ontario from Lake Erie. And we just have to sit and wait patiently for it to go down. And it's about to go down. And when I was a kid, I used to love watching them go through the canal. I mean, they would leave just like a foot on either side, and they would have a captain that specifically would navigate through the Welland Canal, who would get on the boat, kick the other captain off to the side. He'd get on and he'd captain it through all 8 or 9 locks that we have, I think. Because it has to come down off the Niagara Escarpment, because Lake Erie is higher than Lake Ontario, and that's why we have Niagara Falls. So the boat has to come down in layers. Let's go get Mom, because we're going to my brother's house on Lake Erie for Thanksgiving dinner. On request of me, I want to go see 2, maybe we'll see all 3 drugstores that were in my family lineage, heritage. But this is the old downtown Niagara Falls. I mean, you wouldn't believe you're in Niagara Falls. For all the tourist stuff here in Niagara Falls, this just astounds me that this is downtown Niagara Falls. All right, here we go. Let's go check it out. This is Queen Street and St. Clair. The This is a cemetery tour to Niagara. We've been to St. Mark's, we've been to Victoria Lawn, and now we're at Victoria. What's the name of this one, Mom? Forget.
Fairview?
Fairview, I think. And this is where my mother's
Second here, I gotta figure this out.
parents are buried. Yay. I love cemetery. All right, Mom has given us some directions. Let's see how we do. Yay, we found. So the footstones. Now we know what this is about.
Yep, father and mother.
Father, mother. So these are my great-grandparents.
At rest.
1863 to December 1941, where the war started. And then he died just after, 1867 and 18. Well, cool beans. All right, let's go on this side. Here's my grandma. This is my grandma's footstone. And there's hers. William Thomas Cone. Oh, I just noticed it says at rest here. So my grandfather and my grandmother. They even put Mabel Stewart. Mabel, this was her maiden name. They didn't do Mabel Combe. What did they do on this side? They did Combe as both the last name. Okay, that's enough jamble. Alright, we are next in line. So we have to stop. Dun 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 dun. Yay! We're back! Alright, at this point, 190, Niagara City of Buffalo. I don't care, go right. Because right now we really don't know where we're going or what we're doing, but I think we may go to the Anchor Bar and hang out there for a good...
Niagara, Buffalo?
Sure, take that one. We'll hang out there for a good 4 hours. There's a Peace Bridge.
Right here, Peace Bridge or straight?
Go straight. I don't know where we're going. We're gonna fart around Buffalo for a little. Home of the original Buffalo Wild Wing. I think you'd be on this street. And I will be honest, I am not used to being here at...
So early.
Yeah, really early. This is like a late night drop off. So I hopefully, well, I could drink a lot of beer and, I don't know, eat a lot of chicken wings and have pizza and entering the world's famous Anchor Bar. Here is Teresa. The Anchor Bar started the chicken wing. The buffalo chicken wing. All right, let's go. Look how cool this place is. It smells so good. To the bar we go. Bar. Thank you. Now, where do we sit at the bar? Hey. Okay, I'm at the world famous Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York. And this is where the buffalo chicken wings started. There's a whole story on all of it. And here's our chicken wings. Yay, the world famous chicken wings. What sauce did you get?
Medium. The original.
You got the original medium, so super cool. And this bar, I should take a walk around, but there are license plates from all over, not just the United States, but Canada. And then there's a super cool gift shop that I want to go in and get a big chicken wing from. And there's a lot more to this bar, like behind there, like a whole restaurant section. But that's it. Time for a chicken wing. We might need more blue cheese. Look. Oh my god, this is so good. Alright, we're back in Buffalo and we're at the airport after being at the world's famous Anchor Bar and leaving. Well, I'm over I left Canada, but we're in Buffalo right now. It's actually raining outside right now. And yeah, Zaza has stopped there before. Zaza has stopped there. Happy relief, but as always, it's emotional. Whether I'm flying in or I'm flying out of Buffalo. Yeah. I love my family. And sometimes I think I abandoned them. I just love the desert so much. I love the heat. Whew. My best friends are still here in Canada. The good news is I'm only a 5-hour,